I'm talking to you. Do I need to salute you or something?
Phil.
Is now joining the conference.
Hey, John.
Good morning.
Welcome. Sorry it took us 2 pieces of paper and 14 phone calls. Okay, we're gonna get this rocking and rolling.
Okay, if you guys can't hear me, just tell me to speak up, otherwise I'm gonna keep it down here.
Okay, alright. Make a motion to open the meeting, and Evan, you're on board.
Got a whole lot. Last week we were out mostly plowing. Clearing the roads up. Nothing really going on right now. It's cold out and we ain't doing a whole lot. I got a notice from Lynn that our pickup will start the line on February 17th. Other than that, I didn't really. John, I got this is what John wanted. He wanted the years of the past.
Okay.
Shipping seals. I don't know if you guys wanted it too.
Well, we can leave it here and then get it to John. John, he's got all that info you wanted, he brought in today.
Okay.
So we'll keep it for you. I'll get it to you when you get back.
I appreciate it, Evan.
Yep, no problem. Other than that, I really been fixing the plows that got broke. We had a sand truck.
And it's back up and going.
Not yet. We just got the part yesterday.
Okay.
And then Joe's working on 2 things before he hits that.
Okay.
Working on a couple plows that got messed up, some shoes and stuff, so. Other than that, I think that's about it.
Okay. Colin, did you have something?
Yeah, I got
Also with
something to add
Evan?
on to that. I sent Jacob a copy of the agreement, or supplement, sorry. I reviewed it, I was good with it.
Okay.
And I believe I sent everybody, I got a copy here. Copy of it here. This is basically adding, a row to our load rating, for the small structures. We're adding that township, to get load rated and also re-inspected based on, future projects, so we are just, at first, when we first set up the agreement, it was just for, Pine and Bolivar.
Right.
And we found out there was gonna be some going into Oak
The
Grove.
next
so,
township,
yeah. So we've actually already started working on it, but this is just to get it cleaned up and say that we're adding that township to low ratings. Once we have a route map more defined, we'll know if we need to actually go out there and do re-inspections or not, and so the re-inspections on their first structure, so if we don't need to go out there and re-inspect some of the structures, we won't.
Okay.
That makes sense. But we're just gonna go ahead and just do load capacities for everything, just to make sure the small structures can handle, semi-haul loads. Which we're working on, with Brian to get, the actual tonnage of the loads and also the wheel spacing, so we know how much weight is dispersed on each.
Typically on the quads, you're running between 23 and 24 ton. And that's about where they'll stay at most of the time. If they're coming out of the quarry, it's gonna be 23 and a half, 24 ton on the quad axles. Yeah, tri-axles will be around 20 ton. Which that's typically what they stay with, is just the dump trucks. They really don't seem to run semis too much on them, so.
Okay. Sounds good. So that is all that I have. If you guys have any other questions on that, happy to answer them. Our guys are out there working, you probably see the BFS trucks around. They're probably pretty layered up right now, but they're out there
They're
working.
going at it. Good. You good with this, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept the supplemental agreement, number 1, as reviewed.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Right on.
With those 3 townships, then we'll get the other townships done by, springtime, so.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything you need from us other than that?
Nope, that's all I need. Just a signed copy of that whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
No big deal.
You're gonna want John's signature too, probably. He'll be back late this afternoon. Or if we can get it, then we'll have that.
Yep, you just email it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any questions on that?
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a great day and stay warm.
Will do.
Yeah.
Oh, no, pretty good.
I had a chance to look at it.
What do I need?
Here, I gotta get rid of these.
Oh, cards.
Yeah, you're gonna need some.
Yeah, probably so. I think I got bills from last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mr. Fisher? Good morning. Fantastic.
I think the ordinance you sent.
What's that?
I said I reviewed the ordinance you sent, I was okay with it.
Cool. I did not.
Hey, Evan, can you stick around a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not bring this over.
I figured.
Yeah, it was on the
With the resolution, so.
First thing.
You got a resolution number?
No, do whatever. Yeah, once they're hired, what do you guys want to sign? Anything else you have to do? Boswell and Oxford both had town meetings already, just right after we got the first approval. So they've already done the resolution. Probably will do it next month, so. My goal is to get all of the municipalities ahead, we only have to have 5, but just like 2 more out there each, so. And if you have any questions about it. Or anything that one needed to go along with it, so.
No, everything I read through last night was
I
good
got
to be.
a couple errors from what I sent you, nothing big. Just quick placement, so. I should get us for another 5 years, the only question we had is, did it cost us anything? No, but we got a break grant, we paid for the cost of the planned project, so.
Okay.
Our only cost was in time and hours and match, so.
Right.
That's it, so. So, I guess if you like that, whatever. Just sign this.
Yeah, since she signs it, then I'll read this and pass it.
Cool. While we wait on her, the building, existing infrastructure grant process is open. It's quite a detailed process. We applied for a generator to replace our generator last time, and that's not something that's in your scope of the scope of the grant right now. About the only thing that we could really benefit from, based on our geographic location, would be tornado shelter. A new ground tornado shelter obviously is not cheap, but, it's something I can look at if you guys are okay with that. Right now, the only county-owned property we could put one would be, the fairgrounds. But it would be usable by anybody in the public, so if Boswell, residents of Boswell didn't have a place, they could go there. The other option is, if we get the, once we get a quote on one, we can see if the towns would work with us for a spot to put it.
Well, that's what I was wondering, is it gotta be, it has to stay on county property or,
Not necessarily, it's just, I think it's easier if it is.
and this funding would be for just one, correct?
We can put in for as many as we want, I guess.
I guess what type of funding is, what are they looking at dollar wise?
To build one that's rated and engineered with the FEMA standards,
to fit 100 people, so it's not just for 10 people, so it's big. The last school project they added one to was an add-on that built the side of the building, and it was, in Indiana, it was well over. But reinforcing it for an F4. I mean, it's something we can do the pre-application and try to find an engineering company that will give us a quote, and then just see, I mean, I did not look at the match amount on that, and that might be a kicker, depending on the size of the project.
Yeah, let's look and see what we're dealing with on that, how deep we have to get into it for them to give us some information, I guess.
I'll do the pre-application, at least get this in the door, and we can figure out if it would work, so.
You spend many hours on grants, and then if it's something that's, we're gonna end up down a rabbit hole, you've got tons of time in it, and you gotta go there.
Right. It's a hard program because of where we live, we don't live on the coast, we don't live in a flooding area, and that's one of the main focuses, so. So, do that real quick, up to you.
Can you assign a, resolution number?
So it'll be 2024 dash 01. But yeah, sorry, 2025. I was reading the 2024 one.
Okay, Benton County Resolution Number 2025-01. A resolution of Benton County adopting the Benton County 2024 should be 24 multi-hazard mitigation plan. Whereas Benton County recognizes the threat that natural hazards pose to people and property within Benton County. And whereas the Benton County has prepared a multi-hazard mitigation plan, hereby known as Benton County 2024 Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan in accordance with federal laws, including the Robert T. Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act, as amended, the National Flood Insurance Act of 1968 as amended, and the National Dam Safety Program Act as amended. And whereas the Benton County 2024 Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan identifies mitigation goals and actions to reduce or eliminate long-term risk to people and property in Benton County from the impacts of future hazards and disasters. And whereas adoption by Benton County demonstrates its commitment to hazards mitigation and achieving the goals outlined in the Benton County 2024 Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan. Now therefore be it resolved by the Benton County Commissioners that Section 1, in accordance with the laws of Indiana and Benton County, the Benton County Commissioners adopt the Benton County 2024 Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan. While content related to Benton County may require revisions to meet the plan approval requirements, changes occurring after adoption will not require Benton County to re-adopt any further iterations of the plan. Subsequent plan updates following the approval period for this plan will require separate adoption resolutions. Make a motion to accept Benton County Resolution Number 2025-01.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
make a motion to accept the Benton County Emergency Medical Service Ordinance for EMS billing effective February 1st of 2025.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. You want her to print the new one, then we'll sign it,
I just have, 3 pay-at-onces been approved. One is a lab tech. One is lab tech for our scheduling system, the other is Lexipol, which is an online training system. And the other is the Ctron console service.
that's the yearly contract, isn't it? Yeah.
So, this is an automatic that we have every year, so. The only reason why we have to pay it once is because it cuts down on costs and kind of keep it to the minimum. And they give us a little bit of a break. We do a lot more things too, so. The 911 is, it's technically by the end of the year, but the Etron's not, they don't send them out for
They carry it over, right?
I didn't tell them it was board approved, I said we could use it,
Okay.
Gotta have it, right?
Fortunately, it's like a lot of things, you know, business deal without it.
Yep.
John, did you hear what these are for the pay at once?
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Do you have any questions, sir?
no, sir.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to pay him.
I'll second that motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Two quick last things, it's possible on the same, I had talked to Beth before we ended the year, and obviously Nicole, before she swapped offices. Would it be possible, if Beth agrees, to change our AT&T bill to pay at once with the others, only because we ran into the problem, the bill passing the other bill, and that causes late fees. Same problem with DirecTV, but we did with DirecTV because of that problem. So, I don't know what your thoughts are, but it just creates quite a problem over the last couple of years, the late fees.
I mean, if we're getting,
Have to do an amendment to the ordinance.
if we're getting dinged on, it's costing us more money than. Yeah.
I mean,
There's
you
no,
can approve it if you have one that's due now.
We will, yeah, actually, it's, yeah, before the next coming meeting, so.
I can, do an amendment and send it to Jacob and have him look over it, make sure.
Yeah.
And then we can
It's
sign
the
it.
biggest one that we run into problems. Most other places are pretty easy to work with, but AT&T FirstNet is not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't want to pay late fees. I mean, if we're getting dinged for late fees, we're losing money. There's no sense in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And then I tried to get some information on the Safe Place program, but we tried that everything is on, works, but it doesn't work, so hopefully Audrey and I can get that.
Okay.
Beat up or whatever she wants to let them, I send you information.
Good.
So,
One other thing, he runs into issues with the limit on his credit card as far as where it's set at, and gets dinged for that as well.
Okay.
We need to look into seeing what is a feasible limit for him in a month's time with what our payouts are, please. First, I mean, cause he kinda has a general concept of what he has in a month's time, it's, you know, stuff that has to be gotten right away. If you're okay with that, we'll look into it, see about getting him taken care of with that, please. What else?
that's all I got.
Okay. He looked over a little bit, we got, we so we're not holding up.
Yeah, I'll let them know where it's at, what
Okay.
happens happens.
Yeah, just tell them, let's see. Have them at least give us till the 4th, meeting on February the 4th.
Okay. I think that's it, other than, yeah, that's progress is there with the drywall. Jonathan met with Steve Miller, and we get close on those.
Yeah, they got Trump this week because the judge got taken care of, so. You always keep the judge happy.
Right. I think that's all I got right now. So,
Okay.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go with that, bring it back.
Sam? How are you this morning?
Good, how are you guys?
Good.
I have a rezoning for Carolyn.
Okay.
That's the Oxford one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She was wanting to refinance, and the bank says it needs rezoned.
So what, I guess I was looking through the email last night, Sam, I'm not opposed to it, I just had a couple of questions as far as with the zoning they had it at, was there a reason?
So it's zoned business right now, that whole area in Oxford.
Is that the
business.
It's
whole,
all residential, it's.
And
makes
it's
that's
all
that whole
sense.
group that used to be business and everybody's turned them into homes?
No,
No?
it's
It's around the square.
Culligan and it sits behind it, that whole group right there, it's
Yeah.
never been business.
Okay,
It's always,
but they were zoned that way for whatever reason,
yeah,
okay.
so it's a, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It
Yep.
needs fixed. I'll make a motion to go ahead and rezone.
I'll second. All in favor, justify by saying, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You wanna keep moving ahead, or you wanna hold up? I know we're moving ahead on time.
We can go through business, some business if you want. Is Bio
Is
coming in?
Bio down here? All right, let's do some business real quick till we get here.
I'm gonna do the conflict of interest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I just need signatures on them, on the back. Don't sign your own.
What?
Don't sign your own.
Did you kill a tree? Which conflict are we in?
Oh, you gotta read all this?
No, you don't have to read, you just have to sign it.
It's multiple employees. Just make sure you're not signing your own.
I need a stamp.
Yeah, you do.
We have to give our pins away like the president did at the inauguration.
I didn't know this many people.
You can use your business card.
Yeah, you should just stay with each one. Oops.
I can't sign this one, right?
Your name on it.
Jason's got terrible writing. Is he still in here?
Hey, Beth, do I need to come in and sign stuff, when I get back?
Yes, yes, sir.
Alright. No, I'll make it back to the end of the day. I'll come in.
I think you're just trying to stay down there in some warm weather.
I hate to be petty, but it's kinda chilly down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go, yes, I know.
Or they'll sign the cool.
So many rules.
I know. Yeah, don't sign that one.
At least we got one, we get along good with
That
that.
should be it.
That's all this does, we can sign it.
It must have been stuck on the side.
Mm.
Have you guys discussed who you would like to appoint for the open plan commission?
No, because I'm not sure who we have for candidates. So I guess we need to get that figured out before next month. Does that have to be by district?
I don't think so.
It's all statute based. I'm trying to remember, is there one opening?
There's one.
And it needs to be a Democrat, I believe, doesn't it?
That would, I'm not sure, I don't know
I'll
what
have to
these
look at
other
this,
ones
because
are.
there's also a,
There's one
Part-
step down and then the other one filled.
yeah, and there's also a part in the statute about if you can't, like in certain counties, if they're in the Democratic Party, how to do that, but,
I wrote it down, I remember they said it had to be a Democrat or independent.
but I think it's a layperson appointment. I
It's
mean,
a what?
it's a layperson appointment, so it comes from the board of commissioners.
Right,
So I mean,
yeah.
whoever, if somebody wants to make a nomination, and you don't have to do it today, but when that time comes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has to, you don't have to have someone interested, like, you don't have a,
Obviously, it's subject to acceptance, but.
right.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll just throw a name out there and hey, guess what, you
Yeah.
Okay. There is two more, shared contracts that I received since our last commissioners meeting, one from Area 4, I believe. Or sorry, Fowler Senior Center and Boswell Senior Center. And then Area 4 also.
Do you know when the payouts are for the food co-ops? Like Oxford? I know we
So
pay,
these,
this is,
yeah, that's what those are.
okay,
They turn, as long as they turn one in with their financials.
okay, alright,
We sent letters to them at the end of the year, so we
okay,
just have to respond with their financials.
okay.
some copies? Not right now.
So we put
Do you want
this
me to have
in
your-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well, we still got 10 minutes, we might as make a motion to accept payroll.
Second that?
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried.
Do you guys have any questions on the pay one six thousand?
I didn't. Did you?
I wouldn't think I didn't. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the pay at once.
I'll second that motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
He still sounds ornery when he says aye through a phone.
So, I have two pay at once requests. One is from the prosecutor's office. They have a jury trial coming up, and there are some labs that they need to get done, but they have to pay ahead to do it. And I was asked to get your approval to pay it. It's, $600.
Where's the lab?
For the case.
Yeah. I can't discuss it. You alright? You good with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a motion to accept the pay at once for, the prosecutor's office for the labs.
I'll second that.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You want me to sign this?
Aye.
Motion
Yes,
carried.
please. And the other one is back to the claim that extension turned in that we talked about at the last meeting. I spoke with John, and it is mileage for Nick to Warren County, but it is in regards to his evaluation for Benton County. It was like their meeting point. So it wasn't, Nick doesn't work for Warren County, he works only for Benton, so it's travel for Benton County work, basically. Just need an okay for it to be paid.
Which is it? Let's look at it. How many times did he drive there?
It's all in the attached documents.
What is federal travel expense right now?
It's, so it's paid to Purdue, it's not paid,
It's paid to Purdue,
that's what the notes written out.
so do they pay him?
I would assume, I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's ask John.
Let's ask Joe. I mean, if there's mileage in his vehicle that he should be getting paid for. 770 miles to Warren County.
Their attachments explain all of his travel.
Why does Benton County pay to send him to Warren County?
It was for his, yearly evaluation for Benton County, it was just their meeting point, because I think there were multiple, evaluations.
Are they meeting there every day or what?
I don't have that written.
Let's table it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's table it until we get more information.
Last report, that's the meeting minutes, I just need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Second that motion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Huh? Is Biotown here? Step on up here, sir. Good morning. I'm Phil McGinnis, this is Sean White, what's your gentleman's name?
Chad here.
Okay,
I'm Lauren Honiger.
okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm a 20-year resident of Benton County, so appreciate all you guys do to serve us. We are owners and managers of the Biotown Biogas project, and thought, I'll let Chad here start, but thought it'd be good to introduce ourselves and keep the relationship, keep rolling in a good foot.
Yeah, so last year we went back and forth, through working with Jacob and prior commissioners on, multiple versions of a road use agreement that we got finalized, I would say, somewhere in Q3. But in that process, what happened is we laid out about $50,000 in a escrow fund, and basically on our road use agreement, there's about 7 miles of agreed upon routes that, service 3 of our dairies. So at this point, we have not, it's not under our understanding that we have used any of those funds. Our questions are largely around how do we want to work with the transportation coordinator on use of those allocations of dollars on those 7 miles of roads. We can go through some of the details on those routes. Some of them are in better shape than others, but we have had, increased damage on trucks and trailers, and just wanted to basically talk through a process of how do we want to work together to maintain the roads and contribute, the fair, balance on our end to make sure we're servicing it and making sure we don't have unnecessary repairs and stranded trucks and et cetera. And then if there's any, feedback on how we can improve, we work through some of those challenges, like I said, late last year. Happy to have a conversation on what we can do to improve, so that's the
I've been involved with it since last year as well, with everything that was going on, I was attached to the emails.
Yeah.
They were going back and forth with all the problems we were with it being off route. And as it was stated in there, it was my road that they were traveling awful heavy as well.
Yeah.
On a road that they were not supposed to be on. I wasn't, necessarily pleased with how long as it took to get it rectified.
Yeah.
I mean, we had trucks clear out on the east side of the county running by Commissioner Gick's place too. You guys have since got it rectified, which right now you've got contractors running because your other drivers are back home for the season or whatever.
Yeah.
And they seem to be doing fine. Your normal drivers finally seem to get the word.
Yeah, we clearly had to escalate some stuff, and, again, apologize that management didn't, affected you guys negatively, but,
Right.
the
the other concern is the safety side of it. You know, with them being off the routes that they're supposed to, you know,
Yeah.
that they're supposed to be on, it becomes a safety issue. And the only reason I'm gonna bring that up because, I'm also a volunteer fireman and I was involved. We had to take care of the accident at Rob.
Yeah.
And it was not that driver's fault, that truck drove out in front of him, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But that being said, there was a lot we had to deal with, and we just wanna make sure that they're staying on their routes, because in the event that something happens on a non-route.
Yeah.
You know, what's that gonna put us in position wise? So it just,
Yeah, so I mean, fundamentally, we had breakdowns in communication, right? So our drivers are driving, they know the agreed upon route, and they started unilaterally just going around because, you know, hey, I keep hitting this pothole, and I've had, you know, these issues, my trailer got cracked, et cetera, and it's like, well, that's not the process. You guys have to let us know
right,
where the issues are. We need to present that, work to get it rectified. That doesn't mean you can go on anything, you know, so I think we bring that in, they understand how
right,
severe and
Right.
damage is, so my ask is, how do we engage in saying, hey, this road's a problem, can we, you know,
well,
apply funds, and how do we do that?
that's what we're working on right now, and I'm calling he's our engineering firm, from BFS, and, we were down there 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. One of the things that we're finding, and they're doing a lot of work for us to get this figured out, but where your entrance is at the Ambia dairy, I mean, they've taken it clear down to where the concrete stabilization is. And
Into our entrance at that point, yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's not the milk trucks, that's not the feed trucks, that's not anybody else tearing that road up. That's your trucks loaded coming in, your trucks loaded going out. I mean, that's part of the problem we're dealing with that we didn't have in the past. I don't want you to take this conversation wrong. Please do not. We wanna work with you, okay?
Yeah.
But when it was just feed trucks and milk trucks, we didn't have near the maintenance we had to do on those roads. And I was in the meetings before you guys, I was in the meetings through the LEPC as far as what we were gonna be doing with hazard mitigation.
Right.
Because of the manure, and what we were told the amount of loads were gonna be in a day has doubled from what we were originally told. And we're loaded coming in, we're loaded going out. I understand it, that's part of the process. I'm not here to tell you how to run your operation, I'm not going to. But this has to go both ways, and as far as our roads tearing the trucks up, a lot of the damage is from the trucks. I mean, that's what it's coming from. So these guys, I mean, they only have so much time that, you know, for all the county that we, you know, that we have to service, we can't have a guy out there every day.
No,
And
for sure.
so that's why we're working with Colin through his company to find a solution to this. Our biggest problem, our biggest road issue is the Ambia one because of the stretch of road that is having to be run on that route. Typically the Freeland dairy's not terrible, you're only running a 3/4 mile stretch there for the most part. There's a couple times a year it really gets out of hand during silage and so on and so forth when everybody's running. But we are looking for a solution. You guys will be involved with that once we come up with what we find in our findings. So that's, like I said, we wanna maintain a working relationship, we just all stay on the same page.
That's our interest as well,
Yeah.
right? Is,
Right.
you know, part of it is just new people were introduced, and I think it's easier to work with
Yep.
people that you can kind of put face with
Right.
and know that as well, so.
Right.
You've got, working through some processes, what's the timeline, or what's that kind of look like?
Yeah,
Or you gotta
so
look at
probably
that?
the next month or so, we'll do like a study, and then we'll first look at, what we should do with the roads, and second, funding opportunities, and see how they match up. So there's a couple different avenues we could look at, but until we get down, like, we might even have to take some core samples to see what's actually underneath there. We'll go through that in the next month.
So your study then is
it's just analysis of.
Now, some existing conditions, and then we'll kind of look at different alternatives that we could possibly do, and find the one that's most cost effective, and that would hopefully fix the problem.
I mean, the day we were down there and looking at that, right where your guys' entrance is, you know, there was even talk of, you know, there may have to be a section of that road that's pulled out and it's just poured concrete. You know, to keep from, because no matter what you do with trucks that are loaded, it's gonna push that gravel. Even if I mean, blacktop, chip and seal, anything you put on there with that amount of weight, those tires are gonna push every time you're turning, and it's like a squeegee and just shoving it off the side of the road. So these are the solutions that we're trying to work through, so we can work with you guys, and it's, you know, feasible for the dairy, and us as the county, because like I said, with everything that we have going on in the county, we can't, I mean, they only have so much time that they can be out there. And it's not that we want your trucks torn up, but you can sit out there on a daily basis, and as far as what the traffic is.
No, I know, yeah, and there's gonna be normal wear and tear,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to, like,
Okay.
this isn't a pass the buck on like,
Okay.
the problems of the road, it's like, we know that, we're trying to budget and say, hey, for this year, we wanna act in good faith, we're
Right.
gonna work together.
Okay.
Try to find some standard that, you know, that allows, you know.
I understand.
Yeah. What do you weigh loaded? I mean, that's something that Colin needs to know.
80?
80?
Yeah. Yeah, 75 to 80.
So they 6,500 gallon tanks?
6,000.
6,000.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, from an accounting record perspective, we know that any of the 50,000 has been used, and
We were trying to figure out how to prevent billing to get money out of that, because
Okay.
our maintenance doubled in price since you guys came in 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Doubled in stone wise. That's not, equipment or nothing, that is just stone wise.
Because I think that would need to be presented as a claim. My recollection of the use agreement, I don't have it in front of me, but there wasn't really a process built into it as to
As
say,
far as how to
hey,
do
the
it.
county unilaterally just we've got a $40,000 maintenance bill, we just take the money and do it.
Yeah.
I think there's an understanding, and maybe in the next time it's done, we can either hash it out in detail, but essentially that you guys aren't going to unreasonably object to use of the funds for regular maintenance. I guess the question becomes, what damage is caused by your operation versus regular? That's kind of the age-old dispute, right, is what's caused by Biotown versus just regular wear and tear that comes with county road, you know? And I'm not the one that's on the boots on the ground, that's probably more for you guys to discuss, but.
No, I mean, it's really encouraging to us, and I know you guys are, you know, working the process and doing the study.
Yeah, we're being proactive about it, because we don't, I mean, it's been an issue for some time, and we're looking for a result for this so that it works for all parties involved, honestly.
So Lauren's PE, and if we need to have a side call and go through, you know, more detail, happy to do that.
And we'll probably keep you guys abreast of it, like, once we find
We'll
get
have
our
some
findings
questions.
back from Colin. Colin's gonna want, do you have cards? Business cards?
I can give them
If you guys can give him email and name, because he will have some questions for you, that way he can incorporate. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we'll send it, you know.
okay. I would appreciate that, that way we can, kind of stay on top of this all the way through.
I think generally just lesson learned, if there is pain points you guys are, like, let's not let it, you know.
No,
fester.
I'm not
So-
one to let
So
fester.
if you know, call me if you have my contact.
Yes,
So
sir,
if you
I
get
do.
an issue, just hit us up, we'll do our best, we're not perfect, but we'll keep.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying anybody is, I wanna keep this on a
Yeah.
level ground, and I wanna maintain a good working relationship with everybody involved. I mean, I mean, it's a business, I don't want it to be taken away from the dairy out there with the money they have invested, and you guys need to have it for your business, and we are about promoting business, and we're not about shutting them down. So,
We're good.
anything else?
I think we're good. Thank you.
Okay.
Be in touch, yeah.
Thank you guys for
Okay.
coming in.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Good meeting you. Likewise.
I'll send you an email with our contact information and everything.
All right, see you, Bruce, again. Evan, thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day.
You too.
You say his name?
Is it Dustin?
Dusty.
Dustin. You
Dusty?
can-
Yes.
Come on up.
Alright.
How are you guys today?
Doing well, how about
Good.
yourself?
Thanks, Colin. Good. What are we up to today?
All right, so we are the, vendor that works with your recorder's office.
Okay.
And we have a new service, that is property fraud prevention. Right now, the recorder's office has a free service, it's free to the county, free to constituents, where you can go in and you can sign up to get an alert anytime that something is recorded that meets your name or your legal description. We call that kind of a more reactive approach, you know, once it's recorded, your property's already been stolen. So we are working with a new vendor called Equity Protect, and they have a patented solution that actually prevents property fraud. It is free to the county, it does cost the subscriber a fee each year if they want to take part of it. The cool thing, what I really like about it is the first thing that you do is you go in, you put in your name, put in your address, and it tells you your risk level. So it's gonna score you and say, you're low risk, maybe you've got, you know, you just bought the home, so you owe a lot of money on it, so people aren't gonna steal it. So they'll either come back low, medium low, high, or medium high. And then from there, the person determines if they want to subscribe for it or not. And then they also offer a free service that's actually tied to the actual parcel. So what we have today is just an agreement. I think Glenda said that the attorney hasn't looked it over yet. So we're happy to leave that with you guys. We've also got some information on the service.
What's the cost to the, is it an annual cost, and what's the cost
Yep,
per?
it's an annual cost, and something to keep in mind, this is available to anyone in the country. If you guys sign the agreement, then your constituents actually get it for a lesser cost. So right now, if somebody decided to sign up for it, but they haven't signed the agreement, you guys haven't signed the agreement, it's about $360 for the first year, and then about $100 each year thereafter. If you guys sign the agreement, it actually makes it $149 for the first year, and then $99.95 plus tax for each year thereafter. So it saves about 30%, you guys signing the agreement. The other cool thing is the subscriber has the opportunity to sign up for an annual plan, or they could sign up for a monthly plan. And the monthly plan is like $49 for the first month, and then it's $12.95 a month thereafter. So that way we can make it virtually affordable for virtually anybody.
What's your take rate been on this with other areas?
We've got about 15 counties that are live right now. We started, I'm from Hancock County, and we started there.
Okay.
We've gotten about 15 people subscribed in Hancock County.
Okay.
A lot of people are going for the free service, which gives them, you know, just notification. It just lets them know, hey, it's there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there has been, Hendricks County had an instance of property fraud. I think, Glenda mentioned,
We did have a gentleman call in that he saw his farmland up on Zillow one day.
yes,
So we are watching a couple properties currently.
Okay.
and farmland is big, you know, it's not something that's being watched all the time.
Right.
So unfortunately, it is happening. Some things that make you high risk is farmland, non-owner occupied, which would be like your, rentals or maybe a second home. Or if you've owned the home for a long time, you know, if you've owned it for 20 years, they consider you elderly, and so that makes you a target.
Right.
So, you know, who
We
owns
still need to
properties?
review this.
I do, I haven't sent it yet.
So on here, it's actually got, on the second page here, it's got your overall risk levels for the whole county. So 16% of your county is medium, 32% is medium high, and 42% of your parcels are high. So what I've noticed is we've been doing this, Hamilton County is our largest county, they're about 62% low risk, just low risk. Smaller communities where there's more farmland, rural areas, you kind of see that people are at a higher risk. The service, again, costs the county nothing, and it's completely up to the property owner whether they want to take advantage of it. If they do take advantage of it, then it records some documents with the recorder, puts a voluntary lien on their property, so that when someone's doing a title search, that gets picked up, it shows that there's a lien, and then if they want to release that lien, the property owner has an account or a website that they go to, and they might know, hey, I'm refinancing. So yeah, JP Morgan Chase Bank is gonna be looking at my information, so yeah, I wanna go ahead and release this, but it's all controlled by the property owner themselves. The other cool thing is, unfortunately, there's no way for the recorder's office to reject the document. If it meets recording requirements, by state statute, they have to record it. So there's a smart policy that's built in, it's kind of like an insurance policy, that if somebody walked in across the counter, which is what happened in Hendricks County, there's actually a family dispute, so son-in-law came in, stole the property, made it through the auditor, made it through the assessor, got recorded, then they came back a few days later and had sold the property, and it made it through the process again. So they've collected their money, they're on their way. If the person would have been a member of Equity Protect, they would have paid 100% of the fees to get the property back in their name. Attorney fees, everything.
Is it similar to LifeLock?
It's kind of similar to LifeLock. So LifeLock, locks down your bank account. This locks down just your property, so it doesn't put like a freeze on your credit. It just locks down your property. And there, Equity Protect is the only one in the country that has this kind of solution.
Our reporter's seen a copy of this, right?
Yes.
And I think she may have sent me an email on it.
Yeah, and it does not need to be signed today, so just whenever. Yeah. And then my information is on that, the back page at the bottom, so if you guys have any other questions after you review everything, feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to answer.
So how do people know about it?
So we will actually, provide marketing materials, which we pay for, so you guys. We'll even do mass mailers if you guys want us to. We would never do that without the permission of the recorder's office and also you guys as a board. So we can do it however we want. A lot of counties, my county started out just by doing a press release, and then that got a lot of people calling in. We'll also have, the recorder's office will have a website that they can direct everyone to. That's where they'll go to actually put in their information and get their risk report. And then from there is when they can sign up for the free service or go ahead and pay for the subscription service. So we'll put together a draft press release and Linda can send that out to your local media.
We had a blurb in the paper for the Property Watch, which is the free version, a couple weeks ago. We've actually gotten a few hits off that, and that one's completely free, so people have been signing up for that.
But you generate your funding off the client's fees, with no cost to the county whatsoever.
The other things that counties have done is with their tax bills, when they send those out, we can actually give you guys a flyer that you can put in with your tax bills, so that way it's going to all of the property owners. And we can put the Property Watch on there and the Equity Protect on there, and then it kind of spells out, hey, this one's free and it's reactive, this one costs money, but it is proactive, and you get to decide if you wanna do it. Yeah, we've got good traction on it so far. We're actually talking to some counties in Michigan about it right now. they've got a huge problem with property fraud up there. So we've got it live in one county, and then there's another one, closer to the upper peninsula that we're talking with right now as well. And then we're talking to all the Indiana counties. It was an interesting year last year with everybody running for office, so we just kind of held off to let new
Right.
people get settled in.
Right.
Let's let Jacob look over it.
Yep, of course. All right,
We appreciate your presentation and
no problem.
thanks for coming in tonight.
Of course, let me know if you got any questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Will do.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. So, Michelle received this Indiana Association of County Highway Engineers Supervisors that's due, but she said that she couldn't find anything where we paid it before. And so I talked to Audrey, and she said that we don't usually pay it because the only conferences they attend is the road school and then the commission conference. So I just want, unless you guys want to, but it's not normally done.
We'll have Sean see what
What is it?
She's not requesting that, it's on that.
We've never paid it before.
No.
See why we change it now, right?
And that's fine. I just wanted to bring it to your. And then we received a agreement for lawn care service from Valor Pest Control. You guys wanna look over it and if you wanna keep using them, just a motion.
Is that who's been doing it?
Did you hear what this is for, John?
You're talking about on,
The lawn,
control for lawn care?
yes, sir, for the treatments and for the grass.
Yeah.
You okay with it? It's gonna be total cost for all the applications, $1,393. Okay. Make a motion,
Sounds fine.
okay, make a motion to accept the 2025 lawn care service agreement between Fowler Pest Control and Benton County.
I'll second that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Alright.
Motion carried.
You want to do all of them, other.
Yep, let's get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Sean, you got her.
Okay, let's read this. To whom it may concern, I'm writing to express my desire to resume my position on the Audubon Public Library Board. Thank you, Cindy Horniger. So, I have no problem putting her back on it. I'll make a motion that we put her back on it.
Did you hear all that, John?
Yeah.
Okay, you good? second the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
So, one last thing, which I'm sure he'll bring it up, when he talks, but John wanted you guys to look over the holiday schedule. It's the same as the courthouses for the jail and deputies. If you guys wanted your approval, if you were okay with it. So with the holidays for the jailers and deputies, they get paid if they work. And normally they have less holidays in previous years, and this way he has just set it to where, to follow the court. In previous years, they followed EMS.
Good. Need a motion on it?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. You need it signed or anything? Okay, well, we're close enough, 9:28, let's do the drainage board meeting, so I'll make a motion to close the commissioners meeting at this time, so we can move forward with the drainage board meeting.
Second that.
I assume, Phil, since, you're there, you can take care of my part of it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna make you vote on stuff. You are the president of the drainage board.
I know, that's why I was asking.
What's that?
I don't think so, do you need anything from us? Good, everything's good? Okay, thanks Letitia. They are watching. True.
You got this, you're good.
David,
Oh, chair.
Thanks. Don't do.
good, yourself?
Great.
Good. I see.
I got 3 of them. There's only 2 of us.
Well, can we FaceTime Joan?
I trust you guys can tell me the number.
We're gonna read them off to you. First bid is from Like Dirt Works. That's up there in the different one. The bid construction total from Like Dirt Works is $169,872. No, just the total.
This is all of them, right? Make sure we're up in my file. Okay. From Booner Excavating, the total for the project is $303,915.
Final bid we have here is from Sondergreth Tile. The total bid on Sondergreth Tile is $348,000. So at this time, John, you're with us still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we,
Scopes of work all the same.
yes.
Pretty good discrepancy.
Yes, the cover sheets for the scope of work are all the same, John.
Yeah, it seems pretty easy then.
Okay. You guys, you and Sean are gonna have to make the motion in a second. I have to abstain.
I do too, don't I?
Shit, who's the tiebreaker?
So why can't John vote again?
John can vote, but he can't second,
I can vote.
nor can I.
I guess, why can't he second, that's my question.
Who? Dave or Sean? Because Like Dirt Works is his family.
Oh, okay, okay. So then if he's gotta abstain, then I think you can second in that situation.
Winger's my family. We're from Benton
You know
County.
what? You guys all gotta get out of the county, man. I guess my initial thought, I don't, for this one, I don't know if you need to, I can look at the statute, but we may need to appoint a special member to vote on it. Since we're conflicted out of who's there. I think under the statute, you can appoint a special member for this type of situation to vote. Let me pull it, can you guys, let me ask from a practical standpoint, if you table this vote to the next meeting, is that an issue to give them time to appoint someone?
It's probably gonna put them behind it. I mean, they probably want left so they can get stuff going on it, don't they?
Let me pull.
Well, next meeting, first
Fourth,
February.
be February 4th.
I just didn't know how. Cause I agree with you, yeah, with the family connection, you can't vote on it, so I mean, to me, I'll pull the drainage code, but my memory is there's a statute that allows for special appointment of special members for this type of situation to get a vote through.
You could,
I don't believe I know I can't vote, and I don't believe he can, I think it's gotta be a special appointment. I'll pull the code now to look at that, but I just don't know if this is something where like, hey, if you guys push this to Fed 4,
Well, that's, I mean,
It is what it is, I
you,
guess.
you need to look toward the paperwork anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we can officially, we never used to officially approve it till after you looked over all
Sure.
the bid bond and all that. So,
Yeah, I've never had a double, I've had people have conflict, I've never had a double conflict, so where you can't get it, because typically you don't have a quorum in that situation, so, yeah, let me pull the statute, but my memory is there's a special appointment for that voting purposes. Says, yeah, so 36(9)27(6), when the membership of the board is reduced to less than 3 because of disqualifications, the board shall immediately certify that fact to the circuit court of the county. The court shall then restore the membership of the board to 3 by appointing the appropriate number of resident freeholders of the county to serve as special members of that particular drainage proceeding. I didn't know you have to petition to the circuit court, so I guess Judge Wright is gonna get a phone call, so, I can do that. I've just never had this happen before. I've always had one, but not two.
well, once we do that, does that, make it, permanent? So we don't have to go through this again? 'Cause
Oh, you mean like,
I mean, this is gonna
Special
come up
member.
again because
yeah,
these guys' relatives aren't gonna,
a special member of the board has the same duties and powers as a regular board member and is entitled to a per diem to be paid. Well, it looks like what I don't know, the statute seems to be silent on if you can appoint just a standing spare member or if it's gotta be done for every single time this comes up. So I'm gonna probably have to crack a book and see if there's case law that talks about that. But it looks like I've got to file something with the court to have the court appoint someone. That's not a real pain. Is what it is. I mean, it's law.
well, that's an easy way to do that, just make the head of the highway.
Well, maybe in
Once
my
he's
motion,
related to these
maybe in my
people.
motion, what I can do is ask the court to make the order a standing order, so that it just,
Blanket.
Joe Smith is the special member until he's not, you know? So, I can look into that. I didn't know you had a petition. I knew there was an appointment process, I've never
I
had.
didn't realize you had to petition the judge for it.
No, I didn't either, so.
So you can handle all that.
Yeah, I'll get it done today, it's new territory for me, so I never had to do it, so.
Well, at this time, the bids have been read, so,
We'll table it to next week.
yeah, we're gonna have to,
Yeah.
so we get an appointment.
Okay.
Did you hear all that, John?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'd be kinda happy if I could vote and do it.
I know, that's
think
kinda
that
what I
works
was
very well.
hoping, that you could be our.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Sam. What else?
Minutes.
Okay. We'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second that.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
We need 2 members, 2 of you guys, to sit on the Newton County.
Correct. John, you're interested in sitting on the Newton Benton Bi-County Drainage Board, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds pretty stoked. Okay. All right. Thoughts, Mr. Lois?
If I'm needed, I'll do it. I need one more thing to do.
Well, it's between you and I. You tell me if you want me to do it, or you're gonna do it, or.
I'd rather you do it, but I'll do it if you don't want Okay, perfect.
Make a motion that John Gig, president of the Drainage Board, and Phil McGinnis will be the Lehigh County Drainage Board member.
Do we need a motion for Heinrich?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
For who?
John Heinrich, we have to have a a member from another county.
Okay.
And it's always been John Heinrich, he's the ex-commissioner in White County.
Yep.
And he's glad to do it, so
Okay.
I'd say
Make a motion for John Heimlich to be the 5th member of the Lehigh County Drainage Board.
I'll second that.
All in favor signify by saying aye.